G'day guys. Today, right now, fixing this LS400. I've done lots of little videos on different parts of it. And the reason for that is when guys ring me and say, how do I do this? My time's precious. I'll just link into a video. So don't be offended if you ask a question, I'll just give you a video. It's so I can make more videos on more interesting stuff than taking intake manifolds off. But what I'm going to do is, right now, is take an intake manifold off. I wasn't sure whether to call it accessing the starter loom. I'm actually going to do it doing injector seals. This is a massive job. Quite a big job. And I kind of want to feel like I'm making some progress forward, because at the moment it's coming apart. So I'm going to do the first repair, putting together. I'm going to pop the intake manifold off and we're going to fit some injector seals. So this one's going to be a little bit longer than the others, but I know there's interest in doing injector seals. The disadvantage of this is I've already removed the wiring loom and a whole lot of other components. So it's not a start to finish injector seals, it's the little bit where we change the injector seals. Enough looking at my face. Let's get this camera on my head, get this manifold off, and get some injector seals into this engine. Tech tip number 1. Always blow the crap, and in this case, because I was using the tractor, it's silage, out of the manifold. Get a fresh face full of water. The reason we do this is those little bits of plastic, like off the injector clips, like the nut, the guy, like the nut, the screw the man left off the throttle position sensor that fell down into here, that you miss when you take the intake manifold off and falls into your cylinder. You don't want to have that. I have had those repairs that I've had to fix for people because they didn't pick up a duster gun and blow the crap out. And my dog really likes the air duster. Oh, there you go, nutter. First thing I'm going to do is pop the idle speed control off. I shouldn't really have a wiggly extension on the rattle gun. Idle speed gasket, just all flaking to pieces. Right, intake manifold. Take the top plenum off. Drop your socket. If you want to know about taking the EGR off, that is in a separate video. And be careful if a washer comes loose. So these normally have little flared nuts. You notice I've taken a washer off there. The proper nuts, I'll show you a flared nut. So that is the proper flared nut. Someone really wanted to catch me out on this one by putting a nut with a washer on it. Right, with that manifold undone, just slips off. Put that aside. So with the plenum off, that allows us to look into here well. Now this was an EGR equipped engine. Let's have a look at the let's see how much crap is on these ports. And again, I can scrape off a couple of mils. Considerable amount of crap in there. So around the back of the engine, and if you're doing this in place, this is a whole lot of fun. There's this pipe that runs along for the return. See, this one's had a big bend and it bend up. It's not looking pretty. It doesn't fit on there properly, and our rear bung is not incorrectly, as you can see. Not incorrectly. Not fitted correctly. Let's get this out of the way. So that's gone. Right, next we've got the nuts on the bolts and nuts on the intake manifold itself. So we've got nuts at each end. And along each side, 3 bolts. Before I lift it off, I'm doing a little bit of nut recovery. Same reason, don't want them falling. The same reason you don't want them falling down the ports. And these are a intake manifold bolt with the Torx head in the top. 12mm with a Torx head. And then we lift the manifold off. Well, that was pretty simple. I'd managed to get into the bottom of here with the water blaster fairly well. So here's some gaskets, and again the surface is just falling apart. That'll get some new ones. Actually, I've had a change of plan. That one's going to be taking the intake manifold off. Let's do another video on injector seals. I'm going to whip out the back, give this manifold a clean, and put it on the bench, get the injector seals, do some prep, and clean that top plenum of all the crap that's in that. And we'll come back to you soon and do some injector seals. And we'll come back to you soon in a separate video and do those injector seals. Right, on to the next job.